Good morning, traders. So today, I wanted to go over real quick a little pro tip that we got on how to bag your books. A little trick that I was taught a few years ago. Um, and since I've been doing this, never once have I got the dreaded tape pull on the cover of one of my books. So what we got today is I have my Defenders collection that I've been working on. I'm trying to complete this run, the volume one. And I got a couple books that I wanted to rebag because they haven't been out of the bag since I've got them. The bags look pretty good, but I have a certain way that I like to store my books. Um, I use BCW bags and boards um, uh, for the personal collection. I've used others, and I use others for the shop, but BCW are the ones that I prefer in my collection. They just seem to be crisper to me, if that even makes sense. But so what we're going to do today is we're going to rebag my Defenders 1 and 2. A couple great books, obviously some keys for my collection. So when I got these, they're bagged pretty standard. You got the board, you got the bag. The person I got them from has taken real good care of them. But you have the flat single piece of tape in the middle of it. So when you're working with your books, you want to open it up, and this is the danger. So your tape with the sticky side is facing the cover of the book, of course. So when you pull this book out, there's a chance that tape's going to catch it and it'll cause a tear or a pull. When removing the bags, I always take the tape off and I put it off to the side in some place where I can reuse it. Put another backing board in a bag over here that I can just stick it on temporarily. That way the book can be removed safely. Of course, like all of us, I wash my hands and take care not to harm my books in any way. So, got the book out of the bag and board. I'm actually going to keep this. I mean, I think it's probably a brand new bag and board, just not the BCW quality that I use. BC seems to be a little bit thicker to me. So you always want to load your board. Your boards will have a kind of a matte side and a shinier, glossier side. The glossier side's been treated with chemicals that will absorb gases and things as the books decay and keep them from giving off gases that will yellow the pages or damage them. That's the acid-free part of your acid-free board. So you want the glossier side against the book. And then you just slide that in there. Careful not to dog ear. Okay, so once you get the book in there, what I'm going to do is just use standard tape. I pull it out a little bit longer than most people would. I know that most people do what they can to conserve as much tape and save money, whatever. I use longer pieces of tape. And then if you take the very top of that and bend it over on itself, it creates this little tab. So what I do is put that tab so that the tab part is up at the top. And I always, on my personal collection, I always put 2 pieces of tape. And the reason for that is when you put the books in your box, the corner is not going to dog ear up and it just looks unruly and takes up a little extra space. I know it's not much, but it's nothing that annoys me. So, second piece of tape on the other side. Okay, so we got two pieces of tape, one there, one there. Now, when I want to remove the book, I have those little tabs. I pull the tab down, releasing the bag flap, and then I can put the tabs back up to where there's no way they're even going to touch the book. I can pull my book out. So, a little trick that I've learned over the years that keeps me from inadvertently damaging my books. And I've got books in my collection that have been like this for years. Again, open the bag, remove the tape completely. Make sure that my shiny side is going to be facing the book. And it might be worth noting that you don't want to place your book with the board in the middle of the book. I've seen that damage. I know some people do that because they feel it protects the staples. I've actually seen that damage books in the past, so it's not a practice that I do. Again, fold that over on itself, creating my tab, and tape down one corner. And tape down your second corner, and you're all set. So just a little pro tip. I know that coming up Monday, Bueller and Bob are going to be doing a video on how we store our books, what supplies we use, and things like that. So I'm going to be looking out for that. I did this so that they could take a look at it. I don't know many people that use this technique. I've actually toyed around with the idea of making little paper tabs or something to go on the edge of the tape. That'll be really fancy, and I may do something like that in the future. But anyway, that's how I keep from getting tape pull on my books. And I haven't had tape pull opening and removing books for many years. So, just a little pro tip for you traders. Have a good day.